Hello everybody and welcome back to another Blender tutorial. My name is Dino and in this tutorial we are going to create cardboard character as you've seen on the beginning of this video and also on a thumbnail. So it's going to be a good Blender exercise for beginners and it's going to be a fun. So first thing, we need to open our Blender and here we are on Blender 2.8. I will just move this to the side so you can see everything what's going on here. So first thing, we are going to delete this default cube by pressing X on it. Let me just turn on my screencast add-on so you can see all the buttons that I'm pressing. You can see them here. And now I will go in front orthographic by pressing 1 on a numpad. By the way, if you don't have numpad, you can go here under edit preference and here under input you can enable this emulate numpad and your keyboard is going to behave like your number above letters is going to be a number from a numpad. So if you press now 1, 2, 3 above letters, is going to behave like you have numpad. So let's add our reference image by pressing shift and A and going here under image, and we will pick this reference and let's find our reference. It's here. It's going to be this picture and we are going to create a character like this one. And now I will go here under this icon here in properties menu and I will turn on alpha and I'm going to decrease the transparency of our reference image and I will disable from being view in perspective mode, as you can see. Now let's go back in front orthographic view and here under filter setting I will enable this icon here and I will select this from, enable it from being selected. As you can see here, now we cannot select our reference image anymore. First of all, we need to create our head. So I will create with shift and A, I will go here under mesh and I will add cube. With S I will scale on X and I will go in top orthographic view and I will scale it down a little bit on the Y axis, and with G and Z I will move it up. I will turn on transparency to match our reference image better. I will also scale on the X a little bit. And that's it for head. So now with shift and C we will return our 3D cursor in the middle if you move it anywhere. And now I will select under mesh for our body. We'll create another cube. And now we need to scale it down, as you can see here on reference image, and this time we will need to scale this a little bit on the Z axis, and that's it. So let's go in top orthographic view and maybe we should scale it a little bit on the X like this, and let's go in top and maybe just a little bit more on the Y. So let's return in front orthographic view. And now we need to work a little bit more on this opening part of the box, of the body actually. So I will select this body and with tab I will go in edit mode. And now I will delete this bottom face. So I will change to face selection and I will select this bottom face, and with the X I will delete faces, and now I will select those two edge. I will change selection from face to edge and I will go in front orthographic view. With E I will extrude this down like this, and now let's go in right orthographic view and now we need to move this on the side. So with S and Y we can move it like this. So next we need to select those and those, and with E we will extrude it down. So let's go in right orthographic view to see it better. So to about here, and now with S and X we need to scale this up. So like this, and we are almost there. So the only thing that we need to add to our body is going to be solidifier modifier. So I will go here under modifier in properties menu and under modifier I will select solidify. Now I will move to the side so I can see it better. So maybe just slightly, just a little bit. So 0.03 is going to be fine for this. So now let's go back in edit mode, and actually we need to go in object mode to apply our modifier. And now let's go back again in edit mode with the tab, and now with edge select I will select those edges that connect inside and the outside of the box. Every edge like this on this part, and that one is left. We select now everything. So let's go back in front orthographic view, and with bevel, which is here, or Shift and B, we are going to bevel edges of the characters. So now you can just move to the side. With holding left mouse you will be able to bevel edges, and with scrolling up or down you can add more edges. So we need just slightly bevel near the end, so like this, going to be fine, and we are done with that part. So now we need to create hands and legs for our character. So let's deselect our body and make sure that you are in object mode, and with Shift and A we are going to add a cube to our scene. And now let's go back in edit mode, and with G and X we are going to move our cube on the side. We did it in edit mode because we want to keep origin in the middle of our scene. So now we are going to apply mirror modifier to our scene. So where it is, let me just find it, it's right here. And now you can see that we have another cube on the side. So I will just scale this down and scale it up and move it closer, maybe rotate to see if it's match our reference image. So that's fine. I will just return with Alt and Z back because I'm working on a Mac. Probably if you are working on a Windows it's going to be with Control and Z. So I will scale this down, and it's fine on top side. As you can see, it's fine on the white, and I will move it closer. And now with Shift and D I will duplicate our cube and move it where our legs are, and we need to scale this on the Z axis just a little bit, maybe scale everything up, and that's perfectly fine. So now with L I will deselect everything, and with L I will select our arms and move it closer like this. And now let's go back in object mode, and we are going to apply our modifier. So now we need to only create this part here, so we can move this a little bit down, and with Shift and C we are going to create a cylinder to our scene. And here in this default properties we are going to decrease number of vertices to 10. And now I will rotate this on the X for 90 degrees. As you can see it looks like this. I will turn on transparency for now, and I will scale it down and move it here on our shoulders. So maybe we can scale this on the Y axis like this. So let's turn transparency as well, and maybe we are going to duplicate this on the other side as well. So it's going to look something like this. Now we are done with modeling our character. As you can see it wasn't really hard, it's just a couple of boxes and cylinders. So now the next thing that we need to do is we are going to create texture for our character. So let's go back in object mode with the tab, and let's select our head. So now we are going to add a material for it, and here under base color we are going to pick this, and here is image texture. And now we are going to open our image and find it. I got mine here, and I created our texture. You can find any cardboard texture probably for free, and I will select our view to look dev, which is here at the top, and as you can see it's this empty. Now I will go in edit mode, and here under UV I will change to smart UV projection, and I'm going to change island margin to be 0.03, and I will select OK. So now I will go in UV editing mode, and as you can see here I got 6 cubes here. So first I will select this box here, and with G I will move it. By the way, I will scroll on the side and change our mode to look dev, and as you can see this is at the bottom, so it's going to be this picture here. I will scale it on the Y like this, and scale it on the X a little bit, just like this, maybe a little bit more. And as you can see it's scratched, so I will need to rotate this for 90 degrees, and now I will need to match this box here. So now it's correct, maybe just a little bit scaling down like this. So now I will select the second box, which is this box here. And let me just find which one it is. It's back, so it's this box here, and as you can see it's rotate upside down, so we need to rotate this for 100 degrees like this, and we just need to scale this to match our texture better, like this. Maybe a little bit on the X as well, a little bit lower on the Y. So that's perfect for that one. And now I will select this bottom box, bottom square, and move it. And now this is the front, so I will move it with G. Again it's upside down, so I will rotate for 100 degrees. So with R and pressing 180 degree 80 on numpad you will be able to rotate it. So now you just need to scale it, so like this. And now we got those 2 squares left, so there are those here on the side. Probably this one needs to be rotated for 90 degree. So to about here, you can see how it looks on the side. So that's it. And now we need to move this as well. So this is the top part. So now I will just scale it down like this. Maybe a little bit more. So here we have left this box here, and it's for another one. I'll just scale it down, and this one doesn't need to be rotated. And we are done with texturing our head, as you can see. So now we are going to continue for rest of the body. So I will move back in layout mode, layout workspace, and now I will select our hands, and also I will join shoulders as well. So I will just move this shoulder a little bit to the left to match our right side. So I will select shoulders and hands and legs, and with Ctrl and J I will join them together like this. And now again I will create material for it, and I will add base color to be image texture. I will open new image. Here in this folder I got awesome part texture, which is for parts like arms and legs and shoulders. And now if you go in UV editing, you can see it's just plain brown color. You can find this on the internet or create just basic material with this color. And the only thing that's left is going to be body. So for the body, again I will create a new material for it, and in base color I will change to image texture. And now I will open, and on desktop I got this folder, and I will select awesome body texture for our character. And now if you go here in UV editing workspace, you can see that we got this logo that needs to go here in the front of the body. So I will go in front orthographic view. With A I will select everything, and here under UV I will select project from view. And now you can see that this part is projecting on the front. So I will select everything here. I will rotate this for 90 degrees like this. I will scale it up. This maybe I will rotate to another side. I will move it like this, and maybe scale it to match this. Now we got this print on the front and on the back as well. And now we can go in layout mode, and we can hide our reference image because we don't need that anymore. And now let's select whole our character, and with G and Z move it up. With Shift and C we are going to return our 3D cursor in case you move it anywhere else in your scene. With Shift and C you will be able to return it in the middle of our grid. And now let's deselect everything. With Shift and A we are going to create plane like this. Now if you press 0 and Shift and gray you can move your camera, and now you can take a picture of your character. So right now we are in Eevee, and we need to turn on our rendering view like this here at the top, or with Z and moving on the pie menu up, or pressing 8 like this. And now you can make any scene that you like. So that's it about this tutorial. I hope you like it, and we can hide our character to see if everything is fine. And as you can see here, we got this kind of button, and we also got this kind of switcher because this is a toy, and if you move this up or down or whatever, eyes is going to emit light from this toy. So actually we need to model those things. So with Shift and C, let's select first our character, and we are going to move it on the side. And this is, as you can see here, just a basic cylinder. We are going to rotate it under 90 degrees. We are going just to scale it down like this, and maybe we can select this face here, and with I we are going to extrude it like this. and just like this is going to be fine. Now we are going to scale this down on the y-axis like this. We need to scale everything down, and this part we are going to extrude inside a little bit and maybe scale it down. So now we got that part created, so let's add material to it. It's going just to be a silver one, and maybe we can select those faces and those faces inside here and make it black. So it's control with C, I will do circle selection and select everything inside, and with middle mouse button you can deselect everything. So I will create a new material for this, and I will change color to pure black, and I will press and sign, and now we create that part. So now we can move it to our character, move it to the side, and move it to the y-axis like this, and that's it. So the only thing that's left is this switcher here that goes here. So we are going to create that one with, let me see, maybe with a cube. We are going to scale it down like this, on the Y as well, make it tall, like this, zoom in, and now I will create edge loop with Ctrl and R in edit mode. I will create two edge loops, and right here in the middle, and I will just extrude this out, and maybe we can move it like this. Actually, let's do it this way, better way. We're going to select this face here, and we are going to insert face inside of this, scale it down like this, and now we are going to extrude it out, and now we got that switch created. Let's just add basic black material to it, and the only thing that's left, we need to add it here at the side. It's a little bit too long, so I will move this on the X like this, and that's it. So now let's select whole our character. So let me see what I did. Actually, let's just go back in object mode, and now we can select our character, move it in the middle, and we are done with modeling our character. So we can hide our reference image and move it here on the x-axis. Now with Shift and C, deselect our character. We are going to add plane to our scene, scale it up, and let's change mode to render it, so we can see how our final image is going to look like. And this pose is a little bit boring, so we can, for example, select our body parts, arms and legs, and go in edit mode. Now deselect everything, and for example with L you will be able to select those linked ones, and we are going to rotate it, move it to the side like this, maybe a little bit more, and maybe in the front like this. It's going to be fine. Now let's do for the other arm as well some kind of pose. So first deselect everything by pressing double A, L for linked select. With G I will move this arm to the side like this. You can do this by rigging it, but for now, for the purpose of this video, we are not going to do rigging for this character. We are just going to make some pose so we can create a render of it. So for example, let me see, we can move this back because the other arm is in the front. So maybe something like this. Make sure you don't have any overlapping. So like this is going to be fine. And for the legs as well, I will deselect everything. I will select one leg. I will rotate slightly, move it up. Now deselect everything again. I will select the other leg and just slightly rotate the front. Now we got this pose created. Maybe this leg needs to be a little bit more in front. So like this. And now let's go in camera view with 0 on a numpad, and with shift and grey key, which is above tab on a keyboard, you will be able to enter in fly mode with the camera, and with W, A, S and D you will be able to move your camera to position wherever you like it. So, and with scroll wheel on a mouse you will be able to control speed of moving. So you can, for example, pick some kind of this angle to take your render shot. You can scale this up, and now you can play with the lights as well. So I will select our light, maybe with Shift and D I will duplicate it, and now let's make one more on the front of our character. So something like this will be fine. Maybe we are going to decrease this to 500 and this one as well. 500 actually. Maybe just the side like this, and let's give material to our surface. You can change to whatever color you like. I will just keep mine some kind of gray, maybe like this one, and we can turn on ambient occlusion in render settings. As you can see, we are working with the Eevee. You can hide overlays to see how your render is going to look like. You can turn on bloom, but our scene is not affected very much with the bloom. And now in output you can pick PNG. Here you can choose resolution for your rendering, and here you are picking destination folder of your render. I will pick mine here. I will call it Denboard Awesome Tuts, like this. I will accept it. And now if you want to render this image, you just need to press render and render image, and your rendering is going to begin. But we forgot something, because you can see now we have 3 shadow. We only want 1 shadow, so we are going to turn on shadow on this light. So I will select each light and see what kind of shadow I like. I don't like this one, and maybe I will turn off this one as well. Let me see how it looks. Maybe I want to keep this on the side. So if you increase side, actually let's scale this light to 200, and maybe front light we are going to increase to 700, so something like this. Maybe, so actually this is a backlight and this is a front light, so maybe we can move on the side like this, and that's kind of render that I would like to keep. And by the way, this is a Denboard character from anime series, and I believe that Amazon took their character and made a version of their own toy, so they are selling this toy and people are buying this kind of character because they are making photographs with it, and it's a really cute one as a gift. So that's it about this tutorial. I hope you like it, and if you do, please like, share and subscribe to our channel. If you didn't, let me know in the comments below. By the way, we created some new courses on our academy, so you can check it. The newest one is about hologram and hologram games. It's a very good one, and make sure you check that. And that's it. See you in the next video. Bye.